While President Buhari and his administration, while they review the performance of this government across the 9 key areas which it promised Nigerians it will deliver, the presidential candidates who are looking to replace the president come 2023 have been making their pitch at various gatherings, the most recent being at that Arawa Joint Committee in Kaduna State, northwest Nigeria, where various groups, northern groups, converged to interact with those presidential hopefuls. So we'll be speaking to the talking points tonight as it concerns governance and politics in Nigeria. To do that with us is a former minority leader in the House of Representatives, also an APC chieftain, Honorable Farouk Aliyu. Thank you, Honorable, for joining us on the program tonight. Well, let me start with the outcome, perhaps, of the Arawa Joint Committee. It's been said that perhaps the Joint Committee might be endorsing a candidate for this election. Is that correct?
Well, I'm, first of all, not part of the leadership of the Arawa forum that called for the meeting. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they are going to endorse anybody. They shouldn't, because they are supposed to be an umbrella for the northern people to air their views, vent whatever thing they want the candidates to know. So I'm sure they will listen to the candidates and then probably give objective analysis on all the candidates and for the people to decide, because that organization is supposed to be apolitical. So I don't think they are going to endorse anybody. I don't think so.
We've seen some other groups say that, well, yes, we understand that, but this is the candidate we want. So do you think, I mean, the Constitution, they say, allows you freedom of association. You have the freedom to choose. Do you think that it doesn't apply for these groups as well?
Well, it does, but I don't think the northern elders this time around, I don't think it's in their place to endorse anybody. Because look, first of all, we are Nigerians before you become a northerner or a southerner or from whichever part of the country you may become. You know, so, and I'm sure they're not going to endorse any. And if they do, I wish them luck.
Do you think that might affect the outcome of this election, maybe tilt it against your candidates if there's an endorsement by the groups?
Well, I don't think any organization, any such organization should endorse any candidate, whether the Northern Forum or the Southern or the Ohanese or whoever. But even if they do, I don't think it will matter, because this time around, I think the people of the country are wise enough to decide who should govern them, who should lead them. You are just playing what Wike said about Sanwo-Olu. So you could see that these things are just a thin line. So whether they say it or they don't, whether they endorse anybody or they don't, it might be a mileage on the face value, but the actuality of it will be determined by the people. And I don't think that will have anything to do. And look, these associations, I think, should try to unite the country, should try to unite the people, because leadership has got nothing to do with ethnicity, tribe, or religion. Absolutely. People need to know this. The elites in this country need to educate the masses of the country that leadership has got nothing to do where you come from.
Well, now that you mentioned Governor Wike, he's described himself as a beautiful bride that everybody wants to court and have on their side. I mean, is your party also doing that? Are you perhaps trying to get him on your side for the presidential candidate this time around? Is that something that is in the works as well?
Yes, we are. We are talking to Wike. We're talking to so many of them. Of course, it's politics, you know, so we're not enemies of Wike. And he's a very important person in this country, a governor, any governor for that matter. And you cannot ignore River State. So if Wike decides to come to us, we'll gladly welcome him. And we're talking to him. I'm confirming to you that we're talking to Wike. Yes, we are.
All right. So your candidate made quite a pitch at that joint committee, the Arawa Joint Committee in Kaduna yesterday. And it's been a major talking point, really. And one of the things he said, we just spoke with Mr. Chidoka, and I mean, he referenced Mr. Chidoka's candidate, saying that, well, there are questions about how he made money in customs. And this is just to get your response, because for Mr. Chidoka, he's wondering, he doesn't have a moral right to actually ask those questions, since he actually said that he supported him in 2007. So from where you sit, do you think that your candidate has the moral right, as Mr. Chidoka said, to ask those questions of Mr. Atiku Abubakar?
Well, in politics, yes, he does. He does have. Because it says that, look, if he has anything against our candidate, he should also say it. And in 2007, when Ashwaju Tinubu endorsed him, I mean, he ran to him. He ran to him for solace. He ran to him for copper. He wanted, a place that he could contest the election. And Tinubu gave that to him. So I don't think that has got anything to do that in 2007 he didn't see that and now he's seen that. But look, the truth of the matter is that whether my candidate or any candidate for that matter need to explain his source of wealth. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So, which means my candidate, the way he spoke, he's willing to declare his own assets. He's willing to say exactly how he made his own money. So if Atiku Abubakar is not happy with it, or his associates, they should come out and explain, okay, how did he make his money while he was in customs? And remember, I mean, my brother, Chidoka is my brother, my very close friend. I mean, he had the audacity to even say that, look, he was working in government and he made money while he was working in government. Come on, my brother. I'm going to speak with him when I leave this place. I don't think anybody who is working for government or a civil servant or a public servant should be bold enough to even say that I have made money or I am making money while I'm serving the people. I don't think that's right. And I think my candidate is right for saying, let him justify how he made his money. And if anybody has a question about our candidate, let them also throw it.
Right, we'll come to that. So does that mean that your candidate would actually support someone of questionable character, since he did that wholeheartedly in 2007, and now he's questioning, his character, his morality? Does that mean he will do that?
I am sure back then my candidate didn't have all the records. He didn't know of all these things. Whatever he asked now he knows better. That, look, we need to find out the source of Waziri Adamawa, how he made his money while he was in customs, yes.
You said your candidate will disclose his assets. When will he do that?
Well, let him, when he becomes the president, of course, before he does that, he will, certainly, before swearing, he will. Definitely, I assure you that my candidate will come clean with the people of this country.
Perhaps
the source of his wealth and how he made his money.
Right, perhaps this also presents an opportunity to speak to that, the source of the wealth, because that has been a major baggage around your candidate in the build-up to his to this election, how he made his wealth, his history, his background, and all of that. And it's just like a cloud hanging over his head. So perhaps you can clarify that one. How did he make his money?
Well, probably this question should be sent to him directly. But let me tell you, this is a person who was a governor for 8 years. And these things keep recurring. They keep coming. When he wanted to become a governor, they said it. I mean, a senator first, and he came clean, became a senator. He became a governor. He was there twice, for that matter. And he's still there. And he's been investigated upon investigation. Nuhu Ribadu, who was chairman of EFCC, everybody knows in this country he's probably the best person that EFCC has ever had, investigated Tinubu. He didn't find anything. That is even why he finds him worthy of being an associate of his. So you could see that. I mean, our candidate is there. And look, we're not stopping anybody. People have gone to court to seek for these clarifications. And if anybody has anything against our candidate, please go to relevant authorities and ask. Go and, file cases or come up with evidence. If they are proving, our candidate knows what to do and he will do, and we will all follow him to do that.
I think this presents a golden chance, Honorable, to lay the records and set them straight, as it were. Are you saying that you do not know actually how your candidate made his wealth? I mean, I imagine it should be common knowledge, at least within your circle.
Okay, so probably I should ask you, how did he make his money? Do you know how I made my own money?
He's not my candidate.
Exactly.
And I imagine that you meet with him from time to time. This is for the benefit of Nigerians.
Of course.
Who have asked time and again.
Of course we do. But you see, in politics, the way it is, Kayode, you don't ask people, how did you make your money? And unfortunately, probably is the trend in the whole country. Nobody asks. That's why sometimes you even question even the masses, whereby anybody that comes with money to do anything, nobody asks for the source of his wealth. So, but now that if you're coming to public glare, you're looking for an office like that of a president, the people of the country have to ask, they need to ask. But then going beyond asking, if he wins, there will be declaration. He will declare his assets for everybody to see. And I assure you that if Tinubu wins the election, by the grace of God, he will.
Right.
He is going to come clean. And look, I also challenge Nigerians. If anybody has any information about illegal wealth that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has gotten, please come out. We don't want anybody to keep it secret. We don't want anybody to hide. We want anybody to come out and say anything against our candidate. And I tell you, we will come to defend it. And if it's not defensible, we'll tell the people that it's not defensible. But so far, everything he has is defensible.
So as you say that, I mean, nothing illegal can be traced to him whatsoever.
Well, so far nothing. Just like nothing illegal can be traced to Kayode.
All right.
For now.
So your candidate today spoke at that retreat, saying that he will actually continue with the legacy of President Muhammadu Buhari. And this, I mean, a lot of Nigerians will be listening and internalizing that. And I mean, President Buhari has said he has met the yearnings of Nigerians. But being a close friend of this government, Honorable Farouk, you speak frankly from time to time, at least on issues that are brought up. Would you say that this government has actually fulfilled the promises it made to Nigerians, such that your candidate can then take it on from there?
Well, we cannot say that we have fulfilled everything. There are challenges. Yes, this government has done its best and is doing its best. But whether we have reached the goal we want, no, we have not. There are challenges, of course, and we cannot, as a government, come and deny. The security situation, yes, there are challenges. The government is trying its best. The economic situation, which is like all over the world, the government is also trying. So these challenges are there. But do we have the willpower to do it? Yes, we do. Are we doing our best? Yes, we will. Is our candidate going to continue with that? Yes, our candidate is going to continue with that. But then you see, in governance, there are certain things that probably when Tinubu comes, will make amends, because Buhari is different from Tinubu, Tinubu is different from Buhari. So, of course, there are certain things, because this government has put in place things that will, anybody, whether APC wins or not, whoever comes, will certainly build on what we have done or what we're doing in this country. It's for the good of all of us. And remember, this country belongs to all of us. When you go to the market, nobody asks you which party you belong.
Right. So when you say that President Buhari is different from your presidential candidate, Alhaji Tinubu, and vice versa, what would you say is his strength over President Buhari? Because I imagine that with time, you might be presenting a better candidate with strengths in one area compared to the other person. So what are his strengths compared to President Buhari?
Well, about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you could say, first of all, he was a governor. He was a governor of a state in recent times. We've seen what he has done in Lagos. So in that respect, if you microzone Lagos, compared to the whole Nigeria, you will find out that, look, he has done extremely well to build on what Muhammadu Buhari is doing. So those are the kind of strength that he has over the present government, which means if he could do that in Lagos, translate Lagos to the whole of Nigeria, that's the advantage that we're going to have when Tinubu comes as president.
So essentially the major strength, his only strength over President Buhari, is the fact that he was governor at some point. Don't forget that there are other candidates who are governors as well.
Well, yeah, of course there are, but I don't want to go into personality issues with other candidates. But I assure you, I tell you that everybody in this country is proud of Lagos. All of us. We are proud of Lagos. We are proud of what's happening in Lagos. And the architect of modern Lagos is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So, and you also cannot deny the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has invested in people as well. There are so many people that can be traced to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has done that from the vice president of this country to so many other people. So that also is a strength on his part, which means he is also going to build on the people. He is going to invest in the people of this country.
On a final note, as to your campaign plans, presenting this before the Nigerian people, is it any definite date now? Is there any something that Nigerians can hold on to?
Yes, I can confirm to the whole country that by Friday this week, our campaign council will be inaugurated, and everybody is going to be carried along. I mean, look, you see, we've just stayed back to see what others will do, and we've seen, and we're coming out with a bang on Friday, God willing.
And when will the campaign start?
Immediately after that.
So that's Saturday
on Friday,
or Monday?
When it's inaugurated, our program is going to come out.
All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to that. I mean, a lot of people will not forget easily how there's been postponements. But Friday, you say, we would like to thank you so much. Honorable Farouk Aliyu is former minority leader, House of Representatives, and an APC chieftain. Thank you so much, Honorable, for your time on the program tonight.